from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looked like he was able to get it back. So a big sigh of relief there, as that would have been a disastrous way to start this ball game.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. The Dolphins at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
19 Tiger.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Throw left side, complete. That's Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Hooker to the air yet again. Fighting him off. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hooker. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Oche. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Now a handoff to Chandler. He can't get him down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he's up past the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Here's Chandler. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. Quickly to Addison here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Now Chandler. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They run it with Chandler. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Third and 5. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. That time on the run-pass option, when he decided to throw it,
Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
We'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
The quick throw caught by Evans out wide. Touchdown, Vikings! Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here we go.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
3rd and 4.
Buffalo 18. 65 catch. 65 catch. Go.
Hooker's going to throw it. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here is third down and 4. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Crackle 80.
First down, they go back to H.A. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
60 Vikes.
Now Hooker. He dumps it off to H.A. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
70 Ranger.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Got ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
Out of the gun, here's a give to H.A. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down.
Hooker. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
A 48-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
is interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
They'll throw now on the final play. He lets one go deep for Addison. That is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Chandler, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down. Chandler, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty...
And now off to the races down the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 55 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 10th rushing touchdown on the year, number 13 overall. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it up.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
On the ball, now.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
60 Eagles.
They'll run for it with H.A.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon H.A. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that point, man. I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
This is caught by Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Vikings.
On first down, it's Chandler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. And quickly, they get to the line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
Ready.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Maverick.
Here's Hooker. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's A-Chain. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a loss of a yard.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's a gain of 6.
They run for it. A-Chain. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And I am not not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler, and some room to work, but he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Right back to him on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have a full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On second down, a run by H.A. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try to move forward.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler, and he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Completes this to Addison out left. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Chandler. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Chandler. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Dolphins 24. set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pushing his way through. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Broncos.
Now Hooker. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Here's Hooker. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Hooker to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Trap 60.
Throwing here is Hooker. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Hooker. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Back to throw, Hooker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, what a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. a little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for Minnesota, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another road date next week.